Here's my tutorial video on how to install an amplifier. Not like this. Like, seriously, come on guys. It might not look like it, but apparently this was professionally installed, which worries me and shocks me. Got the crossovers here, not really sure, so they're going off to where? Like some speakers somewhere? What brand are these? Kenwood? No, Kappa. Oh, Infinity, okay. This is loose. RCAs are just loosely cable tied. What's that? That's another random RCA just lying there. Power cable and battery are pretty loose. It'd be interesting to see how good quality the ground is. Unsurprisingly, there's no sound coming out of this vehicle. I'm going to see if I can fix that. Found the issue, guys. I got the sound going. Fuse holder. Oh. Sound. No sound. Oh yeah, that'll be fine, mate. Should be right. Yep, that's cool. Yep, just like that. Just leave it like that. Should be right. Gotta fix this now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to remove the fuse back out of the power wire so that it's no longer live. With that, I could just put some tape around it, I suppose. We'll see what works. Basically, I'm just gonna lift up this whole center console, the trim, and the carpet. And mainly all I really need to do is rerun these cables in a tidier fashion. I'm happy with how the power cable's going through the firewall. They put it in a grommet at least, so they did do something right. And yeah, these cables the speaker ones definitely need to be cut to length. The amp and the crossovers need to be secured in this location. And the cables just need to be done a lot better, and I'm going to move the USB cable as well. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not really gonna, just film the whole process just because I'm filming this on my phone. I haven't got much space left, but I'll take a couple of in-between photos and try and stick them in. Okay, brief update, guys. I just thought I'd film this little part because it might not show in the photos. So I've loomed all that stuff up. That's redone. Here's the RCAs all bundled up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck them inside this rail here. There's a gap here. I'm going to try and film and tuck at the same time. And just sort of shove carefully. What I might have to do some retaping, I think, because that doesn't quite want to go. I need to tape it a bit tighter at the end. Okay, there we go, a bit tighter. It's not that's just holding it there. It's not like super tight or bent or anything. So now I can just shove that in there. Hopefully, yep, goes all the way down. You can see it's actually there. You can actually see it's come all the way down to here. And now this end, just gonna get those ends out. This end you kind of bend around and push back in the other direction, just like that. And now all that extra RCA is just hidden inside there with a bit more room for this stuff to push back in as well. There's the front right speaker wires, here's the front left speaker wires, rear right speaker wire. And I'm going to have to redo the rear right one because, like, here it is, it just goes under the seat there, it doesn't even go under the carpet, so I'm going to have to redo that one, I think. That's where I'm at. Okay, this is where we're at now, guys. Got the amp mounted, the wires all coming out the hollow one, RCA's the same thing. I put this in the car, got the seat in the car, tested it, made sure it was all good, and then I got the amp in the right position, marked the holes, and drilled them, put them through. And I also checked underneath the car. It's very important you do this when you install amps. You need to check under the car to make sure that there aren't any cables, pipes, things like fuel tank, electrical looms. Fortunately, underneath this section of the car it's just completely bare, so I knew I could just put holes wherever I wanted. It's secured in these 3 spots through to the metal, and this one here is just kind of floating. But it's not going anywhere, so it's all good. So that's good. Just need to push the RCAs back in a wee bit and then plug them in. And then I'm going to hit the crossovers here and I'll get it wired up. There we go, guys. It's all back in and going. If I can focus. There we go. So if you're wondering, this is how an amplifier is supposed to be installed. Those crossovers are secured with a screw each, holding them down through the metal. Same with the amp, obviously, got the 3 screws. Power wires are ducking under there. All the speaker wires all duck back into that hole. RCA's tucked away, and I have also tuned his amp for him. There wasn't like a whole heap to do. He already had his crossovers set to off, which is fine. And then his gains, he had them set to, let me see if I can focus, this is on my phone. He had the gains set to normal, but because this stereo has high voltage pre-outs, I've tuned it down to H for high voltage, and it still works really good, so that's much better. It can still go really, really loud, but it's also good because when you're down at low volumes, it's like you can't even hear number 1, which is what you want, but it can still go really, really loud, so that's what we want. Let's peel this thing off, I think. Okay, so I've got everything back together, all good to go. Damn, this cap doesn't autofocus. So I'm just ready to put the seat back in, and one thing you'll notice I've done here is I've put this towel here over the amp. This is something that not a lot of places do, or something you want to remember if you're doing an amplifier install yourself. If it's under the seat, put like, something down over top of it to protect it, because you get a nice shiny surface here, and it just goes and ruins it if you drop like a seat rail or something on it, but the towel will protect it from that. And then after I've got the seat in position, I can pull the towel back. Okay, so there we go, I got the seat back in, and as you can see, you can't see because it's so dark in there. Hold on. As you can see, you can kind of see, seat has sat down on its rails, and now I can just pull the towel out, and there's the amplifier, which has been completely cleared by the rails. It gets quite close just here on this side here, and that thing does move, but I'll show you. I've already worked this out. When the seat slides back, or forward, that's as far back as it goes, but forward, nothing comes in contact, it's all good. So now I can just put the bolts back in, and we'll be sweet. Little blue light there coming from the amplifier, you can see under there. Here we go. Seat's bolted on, all the covers are back on. There's one final look of the amp, and the crossover's underneath the seat. This is with the seat all the way forward, and as you can see, so here's the feet, here's the amp, crossovers just there, the other foot. So this is why I didn't put the crossovers just here behind the amp, I put them to the side, because now there's all this extra foot room here, or for feet or tools or whatever it is that they put in the back here. The crossovers aren't going to get damaged by them. It's a nice big metal wall there, so it can't be hurt. But there is one final thing to go in. This tray goes under this seat, just like this. Now, where's its rails that it hangs on? There's one. It pretty much just sort of sits in there, and then click, and we can see through there that it still clears it with no worries. All the way through, it's all good. And that is how an amplifier install is supposed to be done, not like it was before. So as you may have been able to tell, I was filming most of this actually just on my phone. I didn't want to make a huge video, so I thought I'd just whip it out and film it on my phone, but then my phone ran out of memory, and that's why I'm on the digital camera now, yada yada yada. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, if the video quality was good enough or just not good enough, let me know in the comments so I know what to do or not to do in the future. So yeah, just a quick one from me. Thanks guys, have a good day.